Hi, I'm Athena Grayson, and I'm in the hammock in my backyard. This is the hammock where I usually plot out most of my books. But today, I'm not here to talk about my book. I'm here to talk about someone else's book, and that book is The Sekhmet Bed by LM Ironside. This is a book review I'm doing mainly for the community at Goodreads called Soul Gems Book Club, and you can find us on Goodreads. In the group section, just do a search for Soul Gems. You can find more information about me at athenagrayson.com. So without further ado, LM Ironside's The Sekhmet Bed is the first novel in the She-King series. The story follows Ahmose, who is the mother of Egypt's, one of the most famous pharaohs in Egypt, Hatshepsut, who was famous for being not only a woman, but an extremely good pharaoh, and with an extremely good propaganda plan. She was also she considered herself the son of God, Amun. I have a soft spot for ancient Egypt because my gods are from there. I've been there. I know what it feels like to be under that desert sun, and I can understand why the mythology, the religion of the ancient Egyptians evolved the way it did. There's nothing quite like being under the Egyptian sun with the Nile around you. And somehow LM Ironside has managed to capture that same sense. The Sekhmet Bed really fed my soul because it was just the right blend of historical epic and interpersonal story that walked a fine line between door-busting history tome and soap opera. She did not. You could really see the way she cared about her story. She's cited Joyce Tilsley as one of her sources, and Joyce Tilsley is a respectable historical source for ancient Egypt, and has a tendency to study the parts of ancient Egypt where most of us find fascinating, but maybe that history is left behind, like women and everyday lives of common people. But LM Ironside has managed to capture the sensibility and the worldview of an ancient Egyptian cast of characters. You don't feel like you're reading a book about a bunch of people in costumes. This is not 1967 or whatever, Elizabeth Taylor doing Cleopatra. This is ancient Egyptians living their lives. And even though the story features Ahmose, who is the mother to a pharaoh and a queen in her own right, you don't have the feeling that you're reading epic stories about people who have nothing in common with you. She is very much a human being, and she very much has the same problems that we do. The only difference is that her problems are Egypt's problems, and vice versa. What really fed my soul was the balance of the book. In the book, you get a balance between political machinations, which are part of every empire, every dynasty, every small duchy that you'll ever come across in history, and just enough of a sense of the supernatural. It's not a paranormal book, but the gods are treated with respect and that kind of fear and awe you get when you're doing religion right, when you're doing spirituality right. The gods are treated with that respect, the same respect as the people in the time period would have treated them. They took their gods seriously, and their religious worldview informed everything they did. And LM Ironside seems to have captured that very, very accurately, or as accurately as we can expect to in a modern world where technology exists that could, and such. I love the book. You can find it on Amazon, and I got it during a free promotion, but I think it might be 99 cents or $2.99 now. I'll have the link in the comments and in the link on the Soul Gems page. Hope you've enjoyed this book review. It's a beautiful day in my backyard, and the hammock is calling me for a nap.